Hey, how you all doing? So this is the truck how it looks at the minute. Kind of rough put the bonnet on and stuff like that. Kind of rough got the gear selector working. Kind of got the brake pedal there. Got some bits and pieces to finish on that type of thing. But it's the main fabrication of the bodywork which I want to concentrate on now. So the reason why they're kind of fitted and not final fitted is because I kind of want to final fit it finally. If that makes sense. I've got the main proof of concept down for all of this stuff and parts need finishing off. I want to move the brake pedal. I want to change the design of the brake pedal and move it across to the left. I'm going to move the park brake across to the left as well, so it's closer to this panel. I'm going to design some really nice stainless steel with kind of speed holes to match that, and then I can polish them up and what have you. Got the throttle pedal to install, but I feel like I can do that after the fact. But now I kind of had everything mocked in so that I needed the seats in to see where that's going to go. It's a really offset seating position, but it's not forever. I feel like I don't mind. It's kind of adds to the quirkiness of it. Seat belts are installed, well, mocked in, ready to go. But everything needs to come off. The front needs to come off, the hood needs to come off, even the cab needs to come off, so I can finish welding the underside of it. So I've had the hood kind of in place for some time now. And whilst I've had the truck, I've been looking at all the forums and the Facebook posts and things like that. And it seems like a recurring thing that there's a real knack to installing and fitting the hood if you're doing it from scratch. Now, none of this front end stuff was original fitment. There was my buddy in Canada, when he put the 350 in, he took a bunch of this front stuff off, and he said there wasn't two bolts the same. So it had been messed with a fair bit. You know, it was other people's lost project, if you remember. But the hood, I went about fixing the hood because it was kind of separated. See if I can find a clip of that. I did a load of work on welding that up, and I never really tried to install it again after that. But I mean, there's a bunch of dents in the top of it and what have you. But it seems like it's really close to this side, and I'm thinking, did I not install this panel correctly? Well, it kind of didn't have anywhere else it could fit. I've tried the doors on since, so I feel like it's down to the hood. I've got to fit the hood correctly, or near to correct, before I go about installing, taking all this stuff off, because then I'm going to be trying to, when I take all this stuff off, I'm going to go over them like I did the doors and make them look real nice, like the doors do. I'm painting all this grey red and do some fake patina on that. I know how much everybody loves that. It's kind of always been the plan. But I don't want to be pulling about the door and scratching it up, everything up more, scratches like this, when it's all painted. So I kind of want to get it somewhere near. I had a bit of a play with taking it on and off last night to see how I could get on with it, and it's just really frustrating, and I dropped a 2x4 on my toe and it really hurt. Haven't got my steels on, so I sort of decided to come away. There's a little tensioning piece on the underside of the hood, which it kind of affects the pitch of it, I guess. Maybe not the right words, but I kind of I worked on that a little bit. It's loose on this side at the minute. I feel like it needs to pull out this way a little bit. So I just got to kind of figure out and scheme a way of making that pull out. So yeah, basically, task in hand today is I want to get that hood installed real nice. Then I'm going to take the front end off. Then I'm going to remove the engine and transmission and weld up all of the firewall. Weld up all the holes I don't need. Basically a bunch on the left, on the driver's side. So that's today's plan. Well, that's brought it out nicely. I feel a lot more confident with that now. We've got something of a lip here. Well, I think that there's a chance that, let me widen it up. There's a chance that the hood needs to sort of split at the front in a similar way to what I've done at the back. I'm pretty happy with how that jacking worked, because there's a rubber lip what goes all the way into here, so I'm not too fussed about that side of things. And then, you know, I'm okay with that. It just needs to shoot back a little bit. But yeah, I'm happy with those lines. I'm happy that that can be perfected once the paint is done. So next task in hand. To be honest, I'm actually okay with the way the front fits. I think I can sort that out with the wings. Maybe I'll, yeah, because all of these front panels aren't really aligned properly yet. That ain't gonna happen until they're finally bolted on for the final time. Yeah, so next job, I think it's to start to tear it down. So I'm just taking the engine out here, so you can see how much or how little it's moved up this side. And granted, the bolt is still in, well, it's still in line on this side as well. But it's almost like we've got like an adequate clearance now. I would be happy with that. And then, let me see now. You might struggle to get to a spark plug, but sometimes it is a struggle in these things. I feel like I can just tweak it, you know what I mean? If I cut that through there on the other side as well, put the bolt in place and then re-weld it, I think that's going to be raised up enough. Won't even have to put a fillet in there or anything. What do you think, doggy? What do you think? Rough. Yeah, I know. So that's the engine out. That's the front off. And that's I think the engine, if I lift it up a very small amount, we're not going to touch the floor, and we're going to clear this nicely. Only needs a very small amount. Actually canted over, so I'll check that out again later. I'm trying to stay focused on the task in hand at the moment. I'm wanting to get this firewall finished. Check out my new steering, huh? So I fitted this a while ago. I'm not sure, I need to check how much thread there is inside those that bar, because I might have to make a new bar. Or maybe I need to just line up the steering better. So this is the replacement drag link. It's switch sides, and then I believe it's going to be bent across a little bit if it needs it. When the steering's completely over to the left, we clear it. But I think that I'm going to crank it over a little bit anyway. But yeah, I think it's all right. So the steering cross link is actually off a 3/4 ton. I need to get the rod ends for that. They clear nicely as well. I also need to offer up, see what's up with these springs. Actually looking at them now, I can tell straight away these springs are much wider than the 3/4 ton and the 1/2 ton. All I need to do is check the bushings, see how they are. They don't look too bad from here. Don't know how you would tell. But yeah. I've actually got another front axle over here, what I bought with this rear axle underneath. Hey, just giving that lowered look, huh? What do you think? But yeah, I'm like a squirrel going around all over the place. So yeah, back to the task in hand, getting this firewall done. I'm going to take some lunch. I think it's going to pay to remove all of the steering stuff, or maybe I'll just cover it up. Yeah, so this is delete everything basically. Oh, I will need a choke cable, so I'll probably leave that one in. That'll be for the choke. and then that one and that one. Normally make like way too much or just not enough. Never just do just enough. No. So whilst I'm waiting for that glass to go off on the firewall, decided to go over this with a wire brush. I'm fixing to use the Pour 15 and all of that. So one pot and one brush does this much. So this whole thing is going to get Raptor liner all over it, and that'll help with sound deadening, and it'll look good. So I've gone over this with the fiberglass, giving it a go over with the 60 grit as a first pass. I want the firewall to look pretty good. I'm going to paint it grey, the same as the frame. Yeah, just a thin layer of glass just to smooth out the bits where the welding was. I'm not overly fussed about hiding up the creases from the factory. I quite like them. I'll just cut down here, give it a nice line. Got the interior painted of the back. Got the Pour 15 on that. The Pour 15 goes a decent way. Got that on there. Just like a first pass really. That takes a while to go off properly and harden. I'm about to pack up, but I think before I go I'm going to put some glass on the interior of the cab, and then I can give that a go over. Doesn't really need it as such, but yeah, so the whole floor and the back up to here I'm going to hit with the Raptor liner. I'm going to see if I can get it tinted that same grey as the frame. I'm not going to do these plates like that, these kick plates, but I'll do all the way up the back there. I think that's going to make a real difference with the sound. I might do the roof on there, and I'll just leave this like that. I'm going to give it a good rub down. But yeah, I feel good that the paint prep has started. Yeah, so glass on there and then I'll be done. As always, I want to thank you for watching. If you like the videos, why don't you consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hit the like button, it really does help the channel. Any kind of comments you got, I appreciate it. Take it easy.
Bye bye, everybody. Where's this rat? Where's your buddy? Where's your buddy?
Where's my buddy?
Where's your buddy?
Where's my body?
No, your buddy.
Everybody. Bye bye everybody.
Oh no.
Yeah. YouTube. The world. That's who you're talking to. Say bye bye.
Bye bye.